The welfare of our children is our main concern, and their best interests are our first priority. The thing about kids is that they express emotion. They don't hold back. If they want to cry, they cry, and if they are in a good mood, they're in a good mood. Anything you have to acquire a taste for was not meant to be eaten. This country has a rare opportunity to watch a great talent grow. I've made 30 movies and for the most part my movies work. In a business where success is an exception and not the rule, I've mostly been successful. I haven't read a newspaper in 20 years. I don't look at the computer or anything. You have to have a filter on what you let in. I'm relaxed about my career. I've been making movies for over 20 years, so I've earned at least the right to relax. I started out as a stand-up comedian. And that's what I'm most comfortable doing. I'd like to produce, direct, write, score, and star in a film in exactly the way Chaplin did. I'll do that before I'm 30. I'm a comedian who got into movies, so I don't really think of myself as an actor. I leave my house all the time. But I'm not at all the Hollywood parties. I'm grown, and where else am I supposed to be? I'm supposed to be home. I started out as an impressionist, and that's all about observing how people move, their voice quality, their attitudes and quirks. I have enough of a sense to know what works for me and what doesn't, without going into some big thing and analyzing what I do. I'm in a position that allows me to do what I want to do, and I do it. I keep telling people I'll make movies until I'm 50 and then I'll go and do something else. I'm going to be a professional gentleman of leisure. All men are sculptors, constantly chipping away the unwanted parts of their lives, trying to create their idea of their masterpiece. We want the same effect as if someone's house burned here. We want to give them a normal life as soon as possible. That's my idol, Elvis Presley. If you went to my house, you'd see pictures all over of Elvis. He's just the greatest entertainer that ever lived. I spent my 30s fixing everything I broke in my 20s. As you get older, you get different, and I'm a mushier, softer person as I get older. The advice I would give to someone is to not take anyone's advice. After all these years, I've done well and I'm cool. I feel comfortable in my skin, I've saved some paper, everybody's healthy, my kids are beautiful and smart, doing different things, it's all good. I've always had confidence. It came because I have lots of initiative. I wanted to make something of myself. There's always been a lot of negative stuff written about me. That's why I don't pay any attention to the critics. They've never liked anything I've done. What do critics know? It's the way the audience reacts that matters. If you're involved in with something that's original, you'll always go back and try to rehash it. If you're an artist like a really, really long time, it stops being a performance. I'm not performing anymore. I reveal myself to the audience, I show you some of me. It's not a show no more. From the very beginning, I always tried to make dialogue flow comfortably, I always did that to make it seem more authentic. You can't let the good things people say make you feel too good, because you're going to let the bad things make you feel bad. I only want to do what I really want to do, otherwise, I'm content to sit here and play my guitar all day. Making movies are time-consuming and it's boring. You spend most of your time waiting between takes. It's like a big machine that moves slowly. When I'm doing stand-up, it's just me depending on me. I know how to go out there and make people laugh. I've been doing it since I was a teenager. I trust my instincts. I just go out and talk. A lot of the time I let the material come from the top of my head. I don't think there's ever been someone with as much presence as Elvis Presley. I mean, if he walked into a room, I think everyone would be looking at only him. Even when he was dying and through all that, when you looked at him it seemed all put together. It fascinates me. Every bad decision I've made has been based on money. I grew up in the projects and you don't turn down money there. You take it, because you never know when it's all going to end. Whenever I am on camera or doing anything on mic, I don't have any process at all. I just do it and, when I'm finished, it goes away. There is no process. I wish there were some techniques to it. I just turn it on and off, and then I go home. When I go back to the stage, I want to be able to do everything. I want to be able to do music and comedy and all that stuff and have a show like nobody ever had before. All inspiration comes from a higher power. The body is a shell. The creative spot is from God. You hear voices, everybody does. When you get older, you refer to it as intuition.